Hang on. Okay, you're good.
Welcome to the Sips and Spot podcast, where taboo is the topic and the tea is hot. Today, we're talking about He Sees You When You're Sleeping.
I'm Jordan.
I'm Maddie.
And yes,
I
we're
forgot. I
you
forgot that we have to introduce ourselves, don't
want to
we?
redo this? You want to redo it real quick?
No, it's all right. It's funny.
Okay. Then yeah, he sees you when you're sleeping. So fun little bit about this book, besides just the side sprayed
Yeah,
edges.
I love the sprayed edges.
This actually glows in the dark. We are not doing that right now, but this does glow in the dark. So if you do get this
This
book,
is really
take it for
cool.
a test run. It's really cool. Um,
I
I'm
loved this book. Who's the author again? You have
Alta
it. You're
Hensley. Alta
Alta
Hensley.
Hensley.
And
Sorry, your finger was over it and I couldn't read it.
well, it's fair. And then just so you guys know, this is a series, and the second book came out. Ta-da! And this is the second one. So
I can't wait to read that one.
yeah. So I just wanted to show that real quick. So if anybody's like, "Is there another one?" There is. I haven't read it yet, but it also glows in the
Yeah,
dark. They both glow in the dark, so,
nice.
and they're both Christmas themed. But this is a
This one is so good. It's a
dark
dark
romance
stalker
Christmas.
romance.
Dark romance Christmas.
But so dark romance stalker, but I would say it's like morally gray dark.
So this is also a fun one that has very fun, similar type things to Burn Weaver on the
Yes.
warnings. And I'm going
Yeah.
to read that.
Read
So,
it.
content warning: this book contains some dark elements: stalking, non consensual snow shoveling, dominance and submission, impact play, voyeurism, forced Christmas joy, exhibitionism, words.
Exhibitionism.
Thank you.
Words are hard.
Hidden cameras, possessive love, graphic sex, wearing of ugly Christmas sweaters. Proceed with caution.
This
My
is
favorite
such
kind
a
of warning.
good one.
And it's good. It's very, very good. So, do you want to talk about the two characters?
Yeah. So I guess the most important thing, um, what's the main girl's name? Why am I blanking on this?
Chloe.
Chloe. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I kind of wanted to call her Glow, and I was like, nope, I know it's not that.
Mm-mm.
It's so it's important for you to know that Chloe, she's a jewelry influencer, which would be pretty great. She works and does, videos promoting these really unique jewelry designs, which is really interesting. And good thing to know that like a couple of years ago, she was in a horrific car accident with her parents, and her parents tragically died in the car accident, which is really sad. Um, but then she's got a stalker that she doesn't know about, who's a handsome fireman. What a
Well,
bummer.
well, let's go back to the part where she's a jewelry influencer, and then she has this trauma of her parents dying. So apparently,
Yeah.
her mom in particular is a big Christmas person, or she was a big Christmas person, and so they always had all these different things that they did on Christmas. So the holiday in particular is very hard for her, and it's 2 years. And I grief hits everyone differently, and I feel like that's pretty fair. And
It
if
does
it's
hit. And I will say, having lost a parent, everyone says, the first holiday is the worst. It's not. It's the second holiday. Because the first one, it's coming and you prepare for it. And people tend like generally, see, words are hard, cut you some slack or like try to make up for it for
Mhm.
you in that first year. But the second holiday, you don't get that grace. And so it really is the first holiday where you have to deal with that grief alone. So already this holiday is going to be a tough one.
And it's not her. This is her third year, I think, actually, because it's 2 years.
Oh,
Yeah, but either way, it's still hard for her because people are like, "You should go out. You should
yeah. And
try to
she's
do
just like,
things you need to do." And then she's just like, "I'm still. This isn't.
like,
Grief
I'm
is
not
so hard.
joyful.
Yeah, she's. This isn't a joyful time for me." And she appreciates her friend Sloan, which that name again coming up a lot. Um, is it's just hard for her to
Yeah.
want to do things. And I don't blame her. I don't blame her at
I don't
all.
either. It's tough to navigate grief,
And
and everybody grieves differently.
especially in a she lives in the city, so you're gonna see
Hmm.
it's like shoved in your face when you're in a city like a big one.
It's
So
like,
they're
yeah,
like Christmas here, Christmas there, Christmas everywhere. And then she works for a, like you said, a jewelry company. She's their influencer that posts like to promote their jewelry. They have a Christmas line, of course. So then she's having to like fake that. So it's a whole thing on so many levels with that.
Yeah.
And then,
She's
she
got a
goes,
hobby too.
yeah, she also, before we get into that, like she goes into the office and she
Yeah.
speaks with Sloan. She gets the different items. And so she goes home and creates her own, like, kind of workshop of it and does her own thing and she does a really good job. She does a good job. However, her the VP there, his name is Tyler. Tyler is kind of a creep. We don't like him.
So it's a sleazeball.
Mm-hmm.
He reminds me of like a frat bro,
Yeah,
but
I kind
like
of
a
get to.
weenie.
Yeah. I get that too. I kind of got that. I didn't like it from the get-go. It's
I don't either. He
but I
thinks
was
he's hot stuff until he's questioned on it by anybody even remotely more
and he
masculine than him, and he turns into a weasel.
and he then he's trying to he tries to trick you and manipulate you into giving in to him, and it's not cool. And this is
Mm-mm.
just in a professional setting when he's trying to like bully her into doing certain things,
Yeah,
marketing, and then she's just like, okay, whatever, I'm not gonna do it because you're not
yeah,
really
I
my
don't like
boss.
him.
So she leaves. So I only bring him up because he's going to make an appearance again.
He'll make a reappearance, unfortunately.
So she goes home. Unbeknownst to her, her stalker is by her windowsill, waiting patiently and watches as she, does her makeup and everything and does her presentation of the jewelry. Uh, it's an interesting thing, stalking. I never thought I would enjoy it as much as I do in some of these dark romances,
Yeah,
but
right?
it's weird in this type of setting because he legitimately wishes her well. Like
Yeah,
he
he stalks her to make sure that she's okay. So I think one of the most important things to know is that he has known her for over 2 years. He was the fireman that rescued her from this horrific car accident, and his he was holding her mother's hand when she died.
Mhm,
And he talks about, her mom's hand going limp, and nobody should have survived this car accident. He even checked on her when she was in the hospital. So I can understand, like, while stalking, no, is not cool. I can understand in this case with him having this background with her of being part of such a traumatic event
mhm,
and wanting to make sure that she's okay. But then it goes on, and at some point he can no longer come clean because it's weird.
mhm, mhm. Yeah, I
Like
agree.
it's like kind of missed my window of opportunity on letting you know that I am stalking you.
Mhm.
Um,
That I want to get
but
to
it
know
is an
you.
interest.
That's
It is. I want to get to know you, and it's an interesting. Like the stalking in this is not killer stalking. It's not creep. I mean, it's creepy, but it's not. It
he
actually, when you read it, I feel like
I feel
such
like
a
it's
girl.
like
He's not a
Josh.
bad guy. He's not a bad guy. It's very much like Josh.
So Josh from Lights Out. If any of you have ever read or heard it or anything like that, he's that same kind of energy where he's
Yes.
keeping an eye on Allie to take care of her. In a sense, he's this is what Jack the
He
fireman in this story.
genuinely cares
He
about her.
he genuinely cares about her. He wants to interact with her, but he missed some windows and he felt like it wasn't appropriate, and it just became it spiraled into an obsession, into a stalking thing. Now,
Yeah.
um, funnily enough, it's one day when he was actually out there trying to he shovels her driveway, and her neighbor is having a problem, and so she's out there trying to help him, and he had fallen, and Jack happened to be out there walking a dog, and was like, "Hey, I'll help," and they helped him, and she
It was really
shoveled
sweet.
his. It was really sweet, and he shoveled his driveway too. So the thing is, though, uh, Chloe doesn't know that Jack's been shoveling her snow. She's
No, she thinks it's her landlord.
because it's been shoveled since she lived there, which was right after her parents' death. So she just thought it
Yeah,
was
it's
the
her
landlord.
parents' house.
Yeah. So she just thought it was them, or that the the HO, whatever he is,
Yeah.
that guy. She thought he thought he was doing it. So she was like, "Oh," when she finds out later that's not the case.
Yeah, because
Um,
the neighbor follows and she calls and she was like, "Why did you not?"
shovel his
clear his
his
driveway.
yeah.
Like he's an old man and he's like, what the hell are you talking about? I've never shoveled anybody's driveway. He's like typical like New York landlord, like
Mm-hmm.
not my problem.
Mm-hmm. That's your
So
gig. And so she's like, well, then who's been shoveling?
yeah,
So so she talks to Jack, and Jack's been coming out and doing both of their driveways just because
yeah,
he's actually a good guy. He's a paramedic for the fire department. He
he's
does he's hot, but he's got tattoos. But anyways, before we get too into that,
he's got like he's the whole package.
hmm he he meets her. He's been going to her favorite coffee places too to try
Yes,
to watch her, but he's trying to work the nerve to talk to her, and
to
it's just
talk to her.
and he happened to be in line behind her when she ordered, and she saw him, and he didn't plan for that because he had ordered
No,
what
she ended up making
yeah,
the first move.
yeah, he had ordered what she ordered, and so she's just thinking, oh, he just came in here just to see me, which is true, but not so sudden like she thinks. He's been there a few times.
Yeah, he's been there for 2.5 years.
Yep,
But it really is, it's like in an endearing way.
it really is. So they go. They're chit chatting. It becomes she's attracted to him, and there's something there for
Yeah.
her, but she's also misreading some things too,
Yes.
which I found kind of funny but also annoying all at the same time. It's like, how is that friendship zone? I don't get it,
Right? Where she was like, oh, maybe he's not into me.
girl. He ordered the same thing as you. What are you not getting? Like he took you to his
Get out of your
secret.
head.
Yeah, he took you to his secret chocolate, like favorite chocolate, hot chocolate place.
That was so cute.
Like there were so many instances. I was like, this isn't friendship.
Well, because they went out for hot chocolate and she wanted him to kiss her and he didn't because he was like, boundaries. We should have
Well,
boundaries. You should have boundaries. I respect you.
Well, that's the other thing I thought was weird. Why is she like wanting him to make the first move? That was the only other thing I didn't like. Was like, you can make a first move too,
You can make
honey.
that move, girl.
Kiss
Yeah.
him. He's trying to be respectful. Like because he's no. The other part of that too is he's also feels guilty because he's already crossed a lot of lines.
Oh,
He's
so
already,
many lines. And so he's like trying to play it real cool. Like, I don't want to cross lines that you're not comfortable with. And she is like, can we like get this show on the road a little?
oh, give me a kiss right now. But also she could have initiated it too. It didn't always have to be him.
It doesn't. Yeah.
So that's where I was a little like, you could do something too, girly. Like you
You
could
could
put your
do it.
foot forward. Well, things progress slowly
Yeah,
with
they
them.
do.
But then Chloe has a dark side.
Mm. Yeah, her nice little hobby. I don't want to say like kind of a cam girl. She likes to be watched.
Yeah, voyeurism is a huge thing here. If that's not what you're saying, then move along.
Yeah. But
Uh,
um but she enjoys being watched and so she is on what's the name of the website? Like
dark
Dark I was gonna
secrets.
say Dark Secrets, something like that. Um but she films herself after the hot chocolate thing because she wanted him to make a move and he didn't and she was frustrated. So what do? You go home and you pull out your toy and your mask and you film yourself. And I remember him standing outside the window and watching, and he was like, the
Wait,
whole time?
yeah, he missed that whole bit. Apparently, he had no
Yeah,
idea that she
no
was doing
idea
that
that she had this
because
like dark kind of kinky side.
he's darker obviously because he
Yeah,
has
and
these
he already has a profile on Dark Secrets.
yeah, the Winter Watcher fitting,
Winter Watcher.
fitting. So he's like, oh, and so then they start communicating through this dark secrets thing, but he's coming in as the Winter Watcher, so he's being his more kinkier self, if you will, that exploring
Yes.
that more. So she has two situationships
Two
going.
men. She doesn't realize they're the same one
Yeah. So she's thinking there's two different guys. One that's meeting her needs on that level, the sexy level,
on the kinky side.
but on the relationship and safe place kind of vibes and
Yeah.
attraction, also Jack,
Yep.
fireman Jack. So she's kind of like warring with this. This is all happening within what, a week or two?
Yeah, like a
And
week or
then
two.
and then she finally like talks to her friend Sloane, and Like they have
Yes.
margaritas or whatever, and she's
And one
super
of her
happy.
friends like, you're on a like, let me see.
She's like, no, I don't want to show you, blah blah blah. Her friend is also like, her, not her boss, but like a
Like a
liaison,
yeah,
maybe. Yeah,
they work for the same
com-
jewelry
company,
company.
Moth and Flame, and so they have to be very careful. But they're both like kind of drunk, and so they're just chit chatting
Yeah.
about this. And then, of course, later Chloe regrets telling Sloan because she's like, "Oh no, I shouldn't have said anything." Um,
And honestly, Sloane's an idiot.
well, wait, before we get that far,
Before we get to that point, that
yeah,
that
but
pissed me off.
she she was saying like, I shouldn't, I shouldn't have said anything, and Sloan's like, I'm not going to say anything, blah blah blah, and she doesn't for a little bit, anyways, and it's not until like her and Jack have their situation, they go to that club, things are happening there. She
And then
realizes
it's the same person.
is super happy, also
Very happy
flabbergasted.
because she was pretty torn between the two of them.
So they, you know, have their moments together. They have Christmas together. They even have each other's gifts.
It
It's
was
super
really
sweet,
sweet because
and
he
it's
he doesn't
spicy.
have his mom
His mom
passed
died.
away, and Christmas is just as hard for him. And
Me
so it
too.
was like,
Yeah.
I don't want to be alone. You should. Or it was more of like, you shouldn't be alone. Like, I don't want you to be alone.
Mm-hmm.
But they both feel that way about the other person.
Mm-hmm.
And so they spend the Christmas together, which was really sweet.
But I feel like he has more support system with the fire department and all of
Yes,
their
he does.
families.
Then she
So
does.
he had taken her to that. They had their like
Hmm.
Thanksgiving
Which was really
dinner,
sweet.
and then yeah, and then they had their Christmas stuff.
Yeah.
So things were progressing really well. And then she finds out that he stalked her for 2 years.
Yep. And she had a normal reaction.
Yeah, I would say it's pretty normal.
She was like, what the?
Like pissed. I don't blame her. I would be too.
I don't blame her. And she was like, it's all been a lie. You're creepy. Get out of my house. Never come see me again. And he was
Yep.
like, yep, deserved that. And he
Yep.
felt really bad because but it was just like we talked about. It had gone on too far and he had
Mm-hmm.
dug himself too deep into this
Mm-hmm. To
to
get out.
really kind of get out without this reaction. So,
Yeah.
um, but she finds out, and then that night Tyler messages her. She finds out from Sloane.
Yeah. Wait.
Sloane, yeah,
Don't say it about the Tyler yet. I talk about like that all happens, and then Sloane's like, "Hey, I need to talk to you," and
hey, I
they go.
messed up.
Well, they she goes
And
to the bar and meets her there, and then Sloane.
yeah, and Sloane divulges this thing and she feels terrible. She goes, I didn't tell anybody about your secret identity, your secret life. However, I maybe did a not smart thing where I looked it up on our company computer and then IT had found out and Tyler, goes to Sloan and is like, yo, I found out about this. This is not cool, but don't worry, I'll protect you. It's fine. We'll just sweep this under the rug because he recognizes her, recognizes Chloe in the video. You want to carry on?
Yeah. So, uh, the thing is, though, Chloe does a very good job of hiding herself. So the fact that he thinks he
She
recognizes
does.
her suggests that
She
he's
never,
also been watching her, a little
yeah,
bit.
and nobody comes out and says, this is Chloe. He just,
Is like, this is her.
this is Chloe.
So I want to preface this with the fact that he has made several attempts to try to get Chloe to almost bend to
Dade,
his will a little
yeah,
bit.
he's into her in a weird way.
He showed up at her house. He showed up
And
at,
she was like, how do you know where I live?
no, I looked it up. I know that's not the best thing to do. Like
Yeah,
next level stalkerish creepy. And he saw some
yeah,
of the books she read, so he's like, "Oh, she's into this," or like a whole other level of
yeah,
like
it's
crazy.
creepy.
Yeah, and she hadn't told Sloan this until I think right around the same time she was telling him about her secrets account.
Yeah,
And so now it's like now that Sloan has done this and this has been flagged, and Tyler of all people
Tyler
is
knows.
now involved, and so now she's like, "Oh shit," because not only is
Yeah, she could lose her job.
But now Tyler could use this as leverage for like for bad things.
for other stuff.
But it's frustrating because I saw that coming. I didn't understand why they didn't see it coming.
Yeah, I saw that coming.
I
And
understand maybe
also, never
I
look that kind of stuff up on a computer that you don't own.
yeah, like what are you
That
doing?
is like rule number one of
Yeah,
company computers.
yeah. The
If you
other
are not comfortable having a conversation with your boss about what you're doing,
don't mm-mm. Well, the other thing is too is I don't know if Sloan understood the severity of Tyler's weird obsession with
I
Chloe
don't think she did either.
because Chloe kept trying to blow it off,
Blow it off.
but it was
Yeah.
seriously bad, like major red flags. Major
Like
red flags.
like yeah, it was you're maybe not safe red flags.
Yeah.
So so she goes home and then gets a phone call from Tyler. And I think there's a giant snowstorm. So she goes home, realizes Jack's a stalker. They get into it. He leaves. There's a massive snowstorm going on.
She finds out about Tyler and all that.
Yeah. And then Tyler calls her and is like, you need to come to the office right now. And she knows what this is about. It's about him finding out a better website. And she thinks, great, I'm going to get fired.
She tries to get out of it though because
She
it is
tries to get out of it because it's
a bad
a bad
snowstorm.
storm and it's like evening time.
Yeah.
But he sends a car to pick her up. So she goes to the office. And of course, he tries to blackmail her.
And it's not like it's bad. Like
It's,
it's basically
it's,
sexual favors that he wants from her for
yes,
to keep her secret, and it's not okay.
no.
So warnings on that. There is some. I guess they didn't really talk about it. I guess initially, but it nothing really happens. But the fact that it's
But
suggested and
it's
how
suggested
he's
that this is like he's been fantasizing about this. He wants her to reenact his fantasy. Like it's creepy.
yeah, and
It's real
it's
creepy.
it's uncomfortable level creepy a little bit. And then thankfully, as she's trying to get away, Jack
Yeah,
appears.
he basically tries to assault her because she
Mm-hmm.
runs away. She knees him in the balls. And then thankfully Jack shows up
Mm-hmm.
and helps her out of that situation and pretty much is like, you're going to resign because she doesn't want anybody to know. If they come clean, people are going to find out about her website. And she's
Mm-hmm.
like, I can't lose this job. So he comes in and he pretty much he's like, I will beat you to a bloody pulp. And Tyler's like, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry. Like just
And
a weasel, like
mm-hmm.
just a rat, like
Just
a
a weenie.
no good weasel weenie rat. And thankfully that kind of helps. I think having that situation with Tyler and having two very different stalker experiences helps her kind of get over
Well, well, she
the
kind
other
of gets
stuff in a way.
well in a way. She kind of gets mad at him because he's like, look, I actually didn't wasn't talking to you. Your neighbor called me concerned for your welfare because he saw you
Yes.
leaving, and she's
Yes.
like, okay, okay. And so they
Fine.
talk. She was legitimately missed him though, and she does care for him. And she realized like, okay, so they do talk it out. And I mean,
Yeah.
they work through it, and it's a great ending in a way. It's a
It is
happy,
a really cute ending because I
and
think
it's
she realizes that it's not the stalking that brings them together. It was a traumatic event that at that time he didn't want to. He was like, it's creepy if I come up to you and be like, I saved your life, and like I
well,
feel protective of you now.
I
And
think
it just got out of hand.
well, and I think she's accepting the fact that her darker side is okay with the stalker part of it because
Yeah.
she is kinkier. So that and that part
And
of
it was kind of
handcuffs,
hot.
yeah. So
Like at
she
the
was there
end
for him.
where they go home and he
Hmm.
stands outside her window, but she knows he's there this time. It's kind of like taking back that narrative. And then she lets him in the window. It
Hmm.
was really cute. It's a very good ending.
It's
But it's
very
a very good book.
it's very spicy. So this is definitely a
It's
five.
very spicy.
I
This is a five chili pepper.
yeah, this is very spicy. So on yeah,
It's a good one. Lots of
it's
voyeurism, lots of kink.
this is also shorter. So just
It
it's not.
is. It's a quick read. I mean, and this is a book that'll grab your attention.
And you
Like
don't.
you're gonna finish this real quick. But it's great for the holiday season, maybe like after the kids are in bed.
Mhm. I think this is
I know
very good.
I can't wait to read the second one. I have to read that before Christmas.
Hmm. So, excuse me. So Alta Hensley's now on my list. I really like
Yeah,
her
this was
stuff.
really good. I honestly, I think I would give this a 5. Maybe like a 4.7.
Yeah, I would say 4.7. Just because it's not a long book. There is some questionableness with Jack a little bit. Um,
Well, he is a stalker.
yeah,
So,
but I did the Tyler bit. I wanted to throttle him from the beginning, and I
oh, I
didn't,
hated him from the beginning. He's just slimy.
and like I get that they needed to have something happen in order for this to continue forward.
Yeah.
But I did not like that Sloane was dumb enough to do that because she doesn't strike me as someone being stupid.
Stupid. And that was stupid.
That was like dumb, dumb. Like that
That
was
was
like,
like real dumb. That is
and she's
literally rule
she's
number
a
one.
she's a fierce corporate girly. So that irked me. That really did. Because
That really irks me because
yeah,
I was like, that's you everybody knows not to do that.
everyone, yeah. So that's why I'm like, of all, like, really, really, like
That
yeah.
part, yeah, that part did piss me off. I was like, this seems unrealistic. Why would you do this?
It kind of seemed like she was jealous of Chloe.
Yeah.
That's what I think bothered me because I'm like, I think there was a bit more than that to it.
Yeah,
And
it maybe wasn't as innocent as she made it seem.
yeah, so this one's about Sloane. I bought it without even looking at the back because I was like, I know I'm gonna like it. So,
Oh
um,
yeah. The
so
first one was
this
amazing.
so this is about Sloane, and she's gonna be launching her own custom line of jewelry. So that's fun.
Is she the one that does the kinkier jewelry? I think she's the one that makes the kinkier jewelry.
No,
That's a
that's
little more edgy.
no. That was Heather. Her name was Heather. Like she met
Oh, that's right. Never mind.
Yeah, Chloe actually met that person, and like they were doing their own shoots just for that. Like
Yeah,
that
for
was
that.
different. Yeah. No,
I'm
no.
excited. I'll have to read it. I think I'll like it.
So I hope there's some redemption. Maybe she goes through something that makes her rethink her ways a little bit there, because that I feel like a little bit was of jealousy. I feel like a little bit of it
I
was
mean,
that.
that was so dumb that there had to have been something more behind that.
That because I'm like she's too smart for that. She's too careful
Yeah.
for that. Like I just don't. Considering this woman's history from what we got from Chloe about like her wild days and how she's been
Yeah.
so careful about not having that like shown here at her work, I just feel like something else was there. That's
Yeah.
me personally. It could not be, but I felt like that was the case. And on that note, thank you guys for listening to
Yeah.
us. Yeah, again,
Thank you.
he sees you when you're sleeping by Alta Hensley. Check her out. And thanks. Merry Christmas. Bye.
Yes.